maybe they're taking some classes, like if you're going to translate in person, how would you do it? And then, and
Of course, some of them are taking those elective courses, but just simply speaking, they're learning 2 languages. But in Taiwan, there are departments called Department of English. They learn only 1 language. And there are departments of Japanese. They focus on Japanese. They pick just 1 language. What they're trying to do is learning 2 languages. How can they do that? They have only 50% of time to learn English. Then another 50% to learn Japanese. Right? So the fact is, many of them suck at Japanese. Many of them suck at English. Then, at the end, they're not learning any languages. Right? Then, juniors, seniors in Y, they panic. What are we learning here? My English is bad. Japanese is not good either. Okay, I'm going to take business classes. Sounds familiar, right? Then business management. Since my wife used to teach here in business school, right? So I know how they behave. As Zoe explained her path last week, she majored in foreign languages, but what she's doing now is business-related stuff, marketing, right? So even foreign language major, they can do business, right? Then, of course, those business major students, they panic. But then what are we learning? We're not learning anything special. Anyone can do it. Then they start learning languages. Okay, maybe I should brush up my Japanese. I should improve my English. So what they're doing is they go this. What they're doing is they go this. Don't you think it's a joke? But that's what's happening. And what you're doing is similar to this, right? Since you don't know what you're learning now. Okay, at least we take business classes. Then, are you really learning business? Is it very different from what you're learning now? No, right? Maybe, of course, you learn some technical knowledge. But the most important thing is still communication. Then how do you improve your communication skills? So that's why we have so many presentations for finals, midterms, right? And you have to do a bunch of writing. Okay? So those are the basic skills that you have to have. You have to put your idea into a written text, or you have to put your ideas in 5-minute, 10-minute presentation. Then deliver it well. Okay? So basically, wherever you go, you have to do those things. Okay? So in the 4 years in undergrad, what you should learn is not those specific skills, but it's much broader, much general skill. But that's the most important thing. Okay? Well, I'll show you more examples later. Okay? So now look at computer major, computer science. They're even worse. Those students, their life will be miserable. Seriously, I'm not joking. You know, ChatGPT. Right? They can write programming code for you. Right? Then why do we need engineers, programmers? We don't need them. Right? This is not a joke. This is seriously, it's happening. Okay? So what I'd like to say is contents or those humanistic sense is far more important than technical skills or technical knowledge. Okay? I'm sure once you graduate, you will appreciate what you have been doing in YZU. Not only this department, but so far, do you have any questions? No? Okay. All right. Then I have many more examples later. Then another one, another reflection from one of you guys, those key points, 5W, 1H, and portfolio that Bear mentioned, okay? And it's very helpful, right, what he taught you guys. But make sure that you do not lie, okay? And be honest, right? Once you make a lie, then you have to make another lie to cover the lie that you just made, right? And it's so easy once we have interviews, so easy to tell, right? And one suggestion for your interview, job interview. When you have a job interview, you know basic process, right? They're gonna ask you these questions. But at the end, they often ask you, oh, do you have any questions? Then many of you say, oh, no, not for now, right? That's bad. Don't do it. If you have a chance to ask questions, go ahead, you ask so many questions. That will impress those interviewers, okay? So for example, you can ask them, or how do you feel about working in this company? I would like to know. Then they will tell you, right? And also you can ask them about what's the company's future plan to develop this company, right? Then by asking questions, interviewers, we know that, oh, you did your homework. And also you are really interested in our company, okay? Same as entrance exam, right? Many teachers ask you, right? Do you have any questions? And many of you, usually high school kids, they don't ask any questions, right? But I always give extra points for those who ask questions, okay? So that's one tip from me. And when you prepare a resume, yes, you have to customize your resume for each company. Okay, you cannot use 1 to 10 or 20 different companies. Because why is that? Why can't you use the same one? And then just change the name of the company.
Because the requirements are not the same.
Right. In what sense? How are they different? How are they different?
Like different positions or different companies, they require different people at different positions.
Right. Different positions, different qualifications, like different skills, right? Some companies want fresh graduates who can use Japanese, right? Then you show your English test score. Of course, that company wouldn't be happy, right? Or wouldn't be interested in you. So you have to pick those skills or experiences that are relevant to the job, right? So that's very important. So for example, let me show you one job posting. Where? Here. Is it this one? Okay, here. Oops. Okay, so assistant manager, marketing and publicity, the Disney company. This is a real job posting. Okay? Then if you have these job posting, then you have to check out what's written very carefully. So for example, like this one that I just copied from that job posting. Okay. So what they want is make communication strategy, creative execution, tactics, and successful implementation and execution of the communication and marketing plans for channels, programs, and local production. They need someone with creative mind, strong communication skills, could lead agencies and vendors. It has to be a leader type of person, right? So if you examine those job postings, you can get so much information about what they want, right? Then you have to address each skill or each knowledge, experience in your resume, okay? So lead agencies, vendors, okay, I have to share my experience of leading one group of students, right? For example, when we went to that elementary school, long time, no, it's long time. Guangyin. Then if you led the whole group, then that will be a very good example, right? So then you have to research about the job more. And they often have these qualifications, right? Or the requirements. Okay, BA degree in relevant field. Then communication, definitely it's relevant, right? Minimum 5 to 8 years of communication marketing experience. You often see these, okay? These descriptions are the ideal person, but no one is perfect, right? With these backgrounds. So even if you see this, don't worry about it. Just give it a shot. You send your resume. Don't be discouraged. Then strong oral and written communication skills. Marketing, PR, right? Okay, oops. So you often see these, right? Then you know, now you know better about the company. Then how do you do that? Okay, so these are their requirements. Then you have to relate your own experience, like this. Okay. So I was engaged in so many activities with teachers and department leaders to provide updates, right, on Facebook or Instagram. Teamwork with classmates, or other organizations on campus or part-time jobs, right? So these experiences clearly show that you're a team player, right? If you're a good team player, you must be good at communication, right? Because you have to communicate with so many different friends, right? Then class projects or assignments for writing press releases or reports.